Hello and welcome to another video on Shopify Foundations Certification in order to take the certification exam. So this video is about the introduction to POS to make a quick recap about what I have learned so far. And in the meantime, move on to the next section in this model. So, Introduction to POS Retail is part of the 8 models from the Shopify Partner Programs here. And this is something very, very interesting and useful because with this, you can now have a basic comprehension of what is Shopify with the Shopify 101, the cross-border selling, the POS and retail, as well as the introduction to Shopify Plus, which is the next step that I want to take, especially once you recognize which Shopify partner you want to go or you want to start with, let's say as a product partnership or a growth partnership. So the end goal of that is to help that business to achieve their goal and to scale. Okay, so Shopify Plus is the next evolutionary step to help your merchants to meet their goals. And then you have is the introduction to working with merchants. Now very narrow specific. Introduction to marketing, very, very, very important, especially uh, as a software engineer, which it knows a lot of these technical details about data structure, algorithms, software development life cycles, uh, web technologies, uh, protocols to transfer data, particularly the HTTP and the WebSockets. So front-end development, as well as all the relevant tools in there. Let's say, for example, Vue, sorry, Vue, React, Angular, as well as all of the necessary testing tools and integration, automation tools. The inner concept in this front end tool, such as state management, atomic design, and also now in the server side, where you have now a server, you have to choose a language when you want to build a web server, let's say PHP or Ruby or Node.js, as well as a particular framework that help you to maintain and add new features to your Express server, as well as how you communicate that or how you use your servers to communicate to a database or to this persisting storage. So relational database, document base, key base, or graph, as well as big table is just a couple example of that type of database, as well as how you can now containerize your application that is helpful as a developer and run whenever you want to deploy it. Okay, so you can use Docker for that or a virtual machine if security is a deeply concerned, and also about the scalability of that application. So by relying on load balancing tools and that kind of thing. So the whole point of this is to, in my case, since I have experience in all this particular field as a product partnership, specifically as a software engineer, so now I can combine my knowledge into an industry, okay, that is going to provide value and I can solve someone else's problems, and furthermore help their business to grow, and with that facing those challenges. Okay, So with this, which now it makes so it makes things much more easy, very interesting to do about it, uh, which is combining is the concept of cross-border selling, so the POS and retail, the Shopify Plus, particularly for this program, and also the marketing data analytic 101, uh, and foundations introduction to product development opportunities. So this is something useful and great, especially for, again, to have a solid foundation on the Shopify, as well as see how you can now uh, solve the someone else or the merchant's problem where you sit, especially when you want to help a particular client and have a holistic perspective of where are you heading and where Shopify is heading to. So, with that huge overview, so Foundation Shopify 101, which is the Model 1, Introduction to Cross-Border Selling is actually was very interesting. And now here looking at the introduction to POS and retails. So understand that after all, this Shopify POS is a system that it's provided by Shopify, where the thing that I'm gonna learn in these models are how you can help merchants to increase sales, save operation time, so the merchants actually delegate to you this task. Hey, I want you to manage this POS operations. Okay, so save times on operations as well as increase retention, customer retention. So this is something useful. And for example, if I have to explain this to someone else that is new to the ecosystem and uh, that person want to learn more about this, it's like, hey, I want to know more about Shopify, and especially the Shopify POS. Well, I can here uh, telling them, hey, if you're gonna work with a brick and mortar retailer, that's great. Or if you're gonna help a merchant with their pop-up store, that's also interesting and useful for you. Or if you are an affiliate, a Shopify partner affiliates, and you want to know more about this POS and how you can teach your audience about this, works for you. Or in uh, you as a Shopify partner wants to earn a revenue, an additional revenue, uh, by offering is this solution to your merchants, right? So you're looking ways to increase your revenue as a Shopify partner. So the TLDR of the Shopify POS is this uh, operating system built for omni-channel uh, omni-channel commerce. So this omni-channel commerce is a business strategy, according to Oracle, that aims to provide a seamless buying experience without uh, uh, without the hassle or from one single point. Okay, so it wants to provide all of these different tools that allow merchants to customize the buying experience from one single location. That's is that's it. That is the the Shopify or the omni-channel commerce. Okay, so before going that, okay, this is much like this is important, especially as a Shopify partners when they want is to, for example, know who is this for. Okay, so Shopify POS is a good fit for brick and mortar locations up to 1,000 locations. This is not good for cafes or restaurants because they are dedicated system to help their needs. So, for example, KDS, kitchen display system, or regulated industry like pharmaceuticals. Is you have Pfizer and Johnson and Johnson, these North American multinational companies, Novartis and Roche, these Swiss multinational companies, GSK, a British multinational, and Sanofi, the French multinational. Uh, so this is the pharmaceutical or healthcare or some financial servers where they need to meet strict regulations, data management, risk management, security concerns, and that kind of thing. So they have to follow this sort of strict compliance. Shopify is not a good fit for them. As well as the price, uh, product pricing, or fractional pricing in this case. So for merchants who sell items in volume, length, and size, Shopify POS is not a good fit for them. So, in any case, merchants who use Shopify for their activities are so their selling is apparel, sporting goods, shoes, furniture, gift cards, as well as mm, uh, electronics, boutique style groceries. So Shopify POS app and Shopify POS channel can be used by anyone that can have access to a Shopify store, right? However, integrated payment, which is an easy way to process payment from Shopify, from the most common payment providers, like American Express, Visa, Mastercard, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Shop Pay. Okay, and also provide you tools to automatically convert in a good or at the current currency exchange rate. So Shopify provide this, but for certain countries, certain eligible countries. Uh, this is unfortunately because, well, some countries are not that business friendly. So, for example, I come from Latin, and Latin actually is not that open to the markets, unlike, for example, Southeast countries or the so Thailand, Malaysia, Taiwan, yeah, just to mention a couple one. And yeah, so despite that, all right, in this particular channel, so integrated payments with Shopify payment is something is is depend on your is location dependent, based on your store or third party hardware. Again, is follow the same. Even though there is a case study from a company that in 2016 called Ryzen, which is a German brand dedicated to all triathlon stuff. was born, and they have their flagship store at Cologne, Germany. Then you open a new store in Girona, Spain. Girone or Girone, Spain, right? So the whole point of looking at this use case is that they enjoy a 40% increase in customer checkout conversions, 35% increase sales, as well as multiple channels across 10 countries with four currency and six languages. So this case of study, right, now uh, invite us to say, hey, well, after all, what is Shopify? What is Shopify POS? So this Shopify POS is this uh, operating system for omni-channel commerce. So here is when it comes at the Oracle definition from their website. So this aims, this is a business strategy. First, it's important to mention that. So omni-channel commerce is a business strategy that aims to provide a unique buying experience or a seamless buying experience from one single place. So if I take a look at this is the case study here, where we talk about the omni channels like this. The you guys omni channel is this. So this is the definition of Oracle. Okay. Uh, what now they're describing is this. So it aims so this business model, this business strategy aims to provide a seamless buying experience across all channels, whether it's online, in store, or mobile. Meaning that here you can offer is or a unique buying experience across all of this channel, or you can is provide a specific buying experience per channel, right? For example, you have a dedicated experience on the mobile as well as the mobile as well as the online and in store. But the point of this is to recognize that you can, or the omnichannel commerce aims to provide this unique buying experience across all channels. And current channels are online, mobile, and in person. Okay, so whether you are creating this unique buying experience across all of channels or a specific and dedicated one per channel. So that's the whole point of this. And the idea behind that is that by having one single admin that allows you to sync all of your information across different sales channels, aka with Shopify POS, uh, you can now uh, have real-time updated data without missing a cell across different retailers. But this is the secret sauce from the Shopify POS, right? So you get every piece of your business sync uh, yeah, you have all of the piece of your business data sync across all of your systems, and you never miss a cell. That's the whole point of this. And this is something very, very important and powerful, especially that we live in this era. Okay? But yeah. So, Shopify now describe here this four-way Shopify provide value to merchants. So one way of them is by having a single admin with all the tools that you need, meaning that you as a merchants you as a merchants through the Shopify POS gain an holistic overview of performance across channels and manage operational tasks, which is true. So once I get access to my particular development store, mhm, no, it's Shopify. There you got it. This. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. That's right. Okay, go to the team. No problem. So point of sale here. Point of sales. Let me go next for it. Who is Shopify POS exactly? Uh, this is also interesting, a very interesting concept, especially with the omni channel. I didn't know about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How Shopify POS help merchants? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, is this? Yeah. So so that's what this is the four way of how Shopify POS provide value to merchants, or how Shopify POS help merchants. Okay, so by since Shopify is an operating system, yeah, since Shopify is an operating system, that's right. So since Shopify is an operating system built for omni-channel commerce, this business strategy that aims to provide a seamless buying experience across all of sales channels. You can is create unique buying experience per channel, meaning mobile, online, and in store, or you can create a custom for each one of those channels or a combination of them. So, because Shopify, it allows you to keep sync all of the different pieces in your business across different systems without miss a cell, which is the point here. Okay, so the way of how Shopify POS works for or helps merchant is by having this unified interface here exactly. So you have a unified interface and all the necessary tools that will allow you to have a quick overview performance of yours. An overview performance, exactly, an overview performance across sales channel, because of course here we don't have any sales here, but you will have a uh, an overview performance across all sales channels, for example here, or you can choose a specific channel, okay, or in this case you can choose a specific location, okay. But the whole point of this POS is that it uh, uh, by offering to merchants a unified admin interface and tools, you can see the overview performance in every location or across sales channel. You can see is the performance. You can have an overview performance across sales channels, meaning online, in mobile, in store. So this is what you can get, as well as managing business operations. So if you take a look at this, you can see you can manage this business operation here. View cash tracking seasons, you know, discrepancy at start, discrepancy at end. And this is something interesting because after all, POS, just to mention a little bit of history of POS, according to the National Museum of American History, okay, so according to them, the first mechanical cash register was invented by James Reedy from Dayton, Ohio, since at the end of the North American Civil War, 1880s, 1890s, uh, store owners needs to hire strangers to assist customers, and for this customer, it was very easy to pocket money. So everything changed when James Reedy invented the first mechanical cash register. So back then, this machines it can only is count numbers and print receipt. So the readers went out of business, and yeah, the readers went out of business, and their patent was sold to John Henry Patterson, which is the founder of the National Cash Register, a company that also uh, act as a school for other business owners like Watson from IBM. So going back here, this is the reason why we can see is the discrepancy and star, discrepancy at end, right? Uh, Gross payments, refunds, next payment, that kind of thing. So status, open and close, register ID. So here you can is from this unified admin dashboard, you can look at the overview performance across all channels, as well as manage business operation, meaning cash tracking is one of them. So daily sales. You can also see another. You can also see another. Uh, exactly. You can also see is another blocks here or by day. hmm So for example, here you can see is sales over time, hourly or non compared with yesterday. No comparison, comparing to past. And you can add here is which comparison you want to add for, right? As well as today, here. sales over time. So the whole point of this is also part of the analytics, because it actually redirects us to the analytic, to the reports, right? Sales over time, average order value, okay, which is a concept that as I look at the cross-border selling, especially for those merchants that are considered to go with Shopify Markets Pro, okay, where it takes the compliance of the merchant's plate and provide affordable shipping rates. The whole point of this is, especially for those merchants that wants to consider it, if they choose the Pro version, one of the factors is to see if their average order value is high enough, or if they want us to jump to a new market, since the current market that they are where they are, they actually is, it turns out to be very profitable. Okay, or uh, for example, you are now looking ways to have a team, or you want to narrow down to a particularly market. So Shopify Pro help you to do that. Again, the subtle difference between the Shopify Markets and the Pro is based on the average order value. Okay, so you might not have enough uh, average order value, or AOV, so you don't want to consider to move that, or you want to stick to your current markets, or until you build a brand strong enough before jumping to another markets. That kind of thing. And so yeah, again, with this, it allows you to so centralize all of the data, and merchants can get accurate inventory levels. Important here, so they can get accurate inventory levels per location. So my custom locations, or this, okay. So cash tracking, an average order value, okay. So they can have shipping origin, they can have is, but it will redirect me to average order, which is part of the marketing or analytics. Exactly. It will redirect me to that. Exactly. So, all right. So yeah. So from this unified admin here, merchants can see more accurately their inventory levels, and customer have a single profile, and orders can be fulfilled for pickups in store, and product information is consistent everywhere. One of the features here. So product information is consistent everywhere. Another benefits here is the ability to check out anywhere. What actually doesn't mean this? So retailers who choose Shopify can close sales anywhere. Okay, okay, the ability to check out anywhere. So retailers who choose Shopify can close sales anywhere, online or in store. This gives their customer more choice and flexibility when browsing and buying. Meaning, okay, meaning that merchants who use Shopify POS can close more sales, or can close sales anywhere. You might wonder, How so? So it can be online or in store. So online or in store. So online or in store. So physical or digital, all right? Online or in store. This gives their customer more choice and flexibility when browsing and buying. Completely. Giving more flexibility to customers to browse and yeah, giving more flexibility to customers to browse and buy products. To browse and buy to customers to browse and buy. So unify customer profiles and a diverse range of sales channels. Exactly. Here's when it comes to this benefit, a unified customer profile. Mm-hmm. So this is the detail of this. So the ability to check out anywhere. So by having, okay, or unifying customer profiles, exactly, customer profile, unify customer profiles and a diverse range of sales channels. Exactly. So unifying a customer profile, because that's right. So uh, customers have a unified profile where they can see their orders, billing address, recover the password, reset password. Uh, so a unifying customer profile or a unifying customer profiles and a diverse range of sales channels. It can be, so for example, is mobile. Okay, so mobile in game is another channel of sales channel. Uh, so it can be store. So according again, store channels according to the UX design. No, sales channels. How about here? Sales channels. No, no, not at all. Okay. User research. There was mm, a website. There was a website where they describing is that, and it was the user research. So the user research of sales channel. What was the name of that website? I get it. So Shopify. No, it's not this. It's Shopify. Well, if that works, okay. But it's not here. It was based on previous research that I did with Shopify Foundation, Shopify Theme Development, and November strategy, Shopify version 1 here, that's right. Because here we were looking is the Shopify here. So what is Shopify here? That's right. As well as the Shopify features. And here we are, right? And specifically the sales channel, the social channel integrations, exactly. The social channels integration, but not here. What the this? Oh my god! This interactiondesign.org or touch points. Okay, touch points where yeah you have subtle this distinction here. So you have sales channels. Okay, so sales channels and touch points. So touch points are place where customers interact with your brand. Okay, it's any interactions that might alter the way your customer feel about your products, brand, business, or service, according to them. So a channel is where an interaction takes place. hmm Okay, it may be via if you send out flyer or letter. It may be in the media, advertising, online, or physical brick and mortar location. So, but the whole point of this um, is to know the subtle difference between the interaction design foundation or from the interaction design foundation. Uh, Here, when they talk about is the touch point, okay, in any interaction, okay, the touch point and the cell channels or the channels. So a touch point is an interaction uh, that might alter the way that your customers feel about your product, brand, business, or service. It's interesting because it enters in the realm of feelings here, you know. So it's how is any interactions that might alter the way how customers feel about your product, brand, business, or service. Okay, this interaction or this touch point, it modify or it shake, it capture the customer feelings based on your brand, products, and business. And these channels is where an interaction takes place. This is this definition is wow, it's enlightening. It's very enlightening, man. Its very definition is very enlightening. So the ability to check out anywhere. Uh, so especially here when I talk about here, so sales channel, okay, touch point versus sales channel, touch point versus channel versus channel. Any interaction that alter the feeling of your customer about, and they talk about is the feeling that might alter, it's not a guarantee exactly. So any interaction that might alter the feeling of your customers about your brand, exactly, about your brand, product. Mhm. So any interaction that might alter the feeling of your customers about your brand, product, okay? So any interaction that might alter the feeling of your customer about your brand, product, Yeah, about your brand, products. They also mention something here. Product, brand, business, or service. hmm Any interaction that might alter the feeling of your customer about your brand, product, service, or business. Your product, business, or service is a touch point, according to them. An example of an encounter with no physical interaction might be discovering an online review of your product. This definition is based on one is proposed by Laura Patterson, the president of Vision Edge Marketing. Okay. Laura Patterson. Okay. Vision Edge. hmm Founded in 1999. hmm
Got it. Hi, Laura. Welcome, Vision Edge Gurus here. And Megan, I will let you take it away by interviewing our very smart, lovely Laura.
Awesome. Well, Laura, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm excited to dig into these questions some more. The first one that I want to ask you about, so Vision Edge Marketing has been around since 1999. That was when I was born, so a long time. What drew you to deciding to start a marketing business to begin with?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. I think the world of I am so glad that I found Jackie all those years ago. I mean, far more than just someone that helped.
Okay. hmm hmm Vision Edge Marketing founded and first customer announced Smart Star Service Suite announced. Ah, interesting. Okay. 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 So according to Vision Edge Marketing. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So according to her, Laura Patterson here. Okay. Okay. Interesting that they're using is this for that 3 years ago. Interaction Design Foundation. Ivy League level education in US product design. Ivy League. Ivy League. a level of education in US product design or human computer interaction. A gold mine of information of interaction design. So in any case, the whole point of this, okay, the whole point of this in any case, so the whole point of this, at least this section, okay, this segment, or this article, is to know the subtle difference, quote the source of this, which is interaction-design.org, okay. So this interaction-design.org has an article. This website has an article about what are customer touchpoints and what do they matter. Again, it's very, very important in order to understand the subtle difference from the Shopify POS, which is the Shopify POS benefits and the ways how it helped merchants. So not only by having a unified admin, what you can see is the overview performance of all channels, okay? The overview performance across all channels and managing business operations. So you have a consistent uh, data of that you have an accurate understanding of the level of inventory, and also by having a single profile, a customer profile, where you can now dedicate is the shipping method that you can do or you offer, and offer a checkout, uh, or checkout the ability, or offer the ability to check out anywhere. Uh, so merchants using Shopify POS can close sales anywhere, whether it's online and in person. So by having unified customer profiles and a diverse range of sell channels, and sell channel is where interactions took place. So example of this, okay, is a touch point. Interactiondesign.org. Interactiondesign.org, which is this, right? So interactiondesign.org. Okay, so this interactiondesign.org, and a channel is when an interaction. So a channel Exactly. A channel is when an interaction takes place. Okay? So any interaction that might have altered the feeling of your customer about your brand, product, feeling, and service is a touch point. And channels are when interactions takes place. So according to here, right? So an example of this sales channels. Okay, so uh, unified customer profiles and a diverse range of sales channels help merchants ensure they shop out for customer to make their purchase when and where they need to. Exactly. Because now, uh, so help merchants ensure they shop for customers. Help merchants ensure they shop. Help merchants ensure they show up for customer to make their purchase when and where they need to. So meaning, using my own words. Okay, so a unified customer profile and a diverse range of sales channels, okay, allow merchants or help merchants ensure they show up for customers. Okay, help merchants ensure to show up for customers. All right. So unified customer profile and a diverse range of sales channels help merchants ensure to show up for customers when and where they need it. When, and where they need to. And this is something powerful from this Shopify POS because they already provide is a unified profile customers and a diverse range of sales channels that help merchants to show up for customers where and when they need to. Very, very, very important. Meaning that Shopify provides this uh, templates for the customer templates by default, okay, uh, where it offers the most common operation that user needs to do in a when they're browsing and buying products in a particular store. Okay, so orders, profile, billing address, uh, as well as reset password, recovery account. So this makes a lot of sense, and also it requires a lot of work. I must say, a lot of conventions. Totally, man. A lot of conventions in that regard. Completely, man. A lot of conventions. Yep. Totally, totally. A lot of conventions. Uh, to try to offer this narrow specific solution for merchants on the e-commerce industry. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. This is the number two features or the number two ways of how Shopify POS provide value. The ability to check out anywhere. So Shopify or or merchants who choose Shopify can close sales anywhere. But this is exactly. So retailers who choose, or merchants, retailers in this case, so retailers who choose Shopify can close sales anywhere, online and in person. So this gives flexibility to the customers when they browsing and buying. You may wonder why and how specifically. You may wonder more how. So a unified customer profile and a diverse range of sales channels help merchants to show up for customers when they need, where, and when they need to. Meaning, so it can be on the online store or in brick and mortar locations or also in your mobile applications. But that's the ability that Shopify POS allowed to merchants who choose Shopify to close sales anywhere, physical and digital. Okay. Turn customer relationship into revenue. How so? Okay, so how so? How so? How so? Turn customer relationships into revenue. The cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. Mhm. Um, mm, that's debatable. That's very debatable. That's very debatable. So turn customer relationship into revenue. According to them, the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. It's significantly higher. However, it can also be more profitable. Higher risk might be or might include is high returns. It might include or it might lead to high returns. You know, yes, there is a risk involved in there. Okay, however, keep customers that are constantly complaining about your products, about your yeah, most of the time, keep customers that still complain about your products and they don't even pay for that. It's like, well, thanks, or you pay is a lower tier. It's like thanks, but you are not using the platform at its best. Uh, Again, it is important to assist this kind of customers, but also to recognize that if you are focused to provide a reasonably amount of value as a merchant or brick and mortar or a store owner, uh, chances are that for those new customers, uh, or for those decisions, it will be quite much better to let it go some grumpy customers in favor or new ones that are more willing to engage in a long-term customer relationship. Again, the risk is in there. So yeah. So Shopify understand this and make it easy for retailers to build and manage their customer relationship. This leads to reduced marketing and acquisition costs while increase average order value and customer retention. Merchants who leverage the tool Shopify provides to build better customer relationship will set themselves apart, building customer loyalty and memorable experience. So yeah, of course. Uh, especially those merchants that wants to keep up or build uh, those for those retailers uh, looking to build and maintain their customer relationships, uh, which it can lead to reduced marketing. Okay, so this leads to reduced marketing and acquisition costs while increasing average order value uh, and customer retention. So merchants who leverage the tool Shopify provides to build better customer relationships will set them apart, building customer loyalty and memorable experience. Again, life is not black or white. You must exchange, especially when you go out to school, logic with psychology. Okay, so this might have sense for the vast majority of the cases. It will be depending on your product. All right. So turn customer relationship into revenue. Uh, the cost of acquire a new client is significantly, or the cost to acquire, because we're talking about is in cost. We talk about here in cost. The cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. Again, if this kind of premise, you have to take with a grain of salt. That's all what I'm gonna say. This kind of premise you have to take with a grain of salt, or you have to put them a test. Is this is true? All right, that for retailers, uh, bill the cost of the cost to acquire. So the cost to acquire a new client is significantly higher than to retain a customer, or that the cost to retain a customer it will be very contextual. It'll be very contextual. So it'll be careful. Uh, Again, this has it is particularly use case. It is market use case, or market needs. Okay, so yeah, the whole point of this is that you as a retailer wants to turn your customers into revenue, or in this long-term relationship, right? So yes, so retailers that wants to build and uh, nurture, so build and manage their customer relationship, uh, leads to most of the time leads to reduce marketing costs and increase average order. So increase average order and customer retention. So this is something that they mention here. My question is that really, right? Is this really what happened in the world in real life? Is this really what happened in real life? So the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. So Shopify understands they can make it easy for retailers to build and manage their customer relationship. This leads to reduced marketing and acquisition costs while increased average order values and customer retention. Merchants who leverage the tools Shopify provides to build better customer relationships. So this is one of the way of how Shopify POS help merchants turn uh, turn customers relationships Okay, so turn customer relationships into revenue, which is true. So retailers looking for build and maintain, because there is a premise here. The cost of, yeah, the cost of, so the cost of, the cost to acquire, so the cost to acquire, all right, so the cost to acquire, mm, so the cost to acquire, yeah. So the cost to acquire a new client or a new customer is significantly higher, high than the cost. Yeah, the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer, and the cost to retain a customer. So the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher. Exactly. So the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. So retailers looking for build and maintain, customer relationship, yes, leads to reduce marketing revenue. Okay, so retailers looking for build and maintain customer relationships leads to reduce marketing expense while increasing average order value and customer retention. Yes, this makes sense, but it is highly contextual. You know, it is highly contextual. It is highly contextual. It is highly contextual. It is highly contextual. So merchants who leverage the tools Shopify provide to build better customer relationship will set themselves apart, building customer loyalty and memorable experience. So merchants who use Shopify to leverage, merchants who leverage, merchants who leverage Shopify to build better, exactly. Merchants who leverage Shopify tools to build customer relationships set themselves apart. Yes, set themselves apart, build customer loyalty and memorable experience. Exactly. Will set themselves apart, building loyalty or building customer loyalty. Exactly, building customer loyalty and brand, uh, building customer loyalty and memorable experience. However, however, I must make a again. It is very contextual here. Okay, again, take it with a grain of salt. This particular premise: the cost to acquire a new customer is significantly higher than the cost of retain a new customers. If you, for example, if you are a brand, okay, if you have reputation, that cost is reduced. But of course, you need to do the work, okay. But yes, so if you want is merchants who wants to build merchants who wants to build customer relationships leads to decrease. This is something true. So businesses or merchants who, okay, yeah, 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 completely, totally, man. Totally, 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 yep, totally, totally. So business, um, so yeah. Mhm. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, interesting, very, very interesting. So, business who rely or merchants, okay. So, merchants who wants to build and manage customer relationship leads to reduce marketing expense while increasing average order value and customer retention. Okay, completely. That makes sense. So merchants who leverage Shopify tools to build customer relationships and memorable experience and customer loyalty set themselves apart. Again, this particular sentence here, it can be true giving a particular context. So if you are new to the business, yeah, completely. We are agree on that. Okay, and this is one of the benefits of this is one of the benefit that Shopify POS provide and helps merchants, right? Ways of how Shopify POS help merchants to create value. Okay, so first, by having a unified admin dashboard with all of the tools to have an overview or to have an overview performance across all channels and manage business operations, so merchants can have accurate level of inventory in a unified customer profile with shipping method that they can provide for providing the ability to check out in any place or anywhere. Merchants who use Shopify can close sales anywhere. So meaning is online and in store. So a unified profile customer. A unified profile customers with a variety of sales channels will help merchants to show up when customer so to show up when and where customer need the most or need it. So for example is it makes a lot of sense. So if they want to browse for products and buy, well, this provides this flexibility. So to put an example here, so I as a customer, okay, so I want right now to buy three t-shirts for running, okay. So by offering the ability to check out anywhere from Shopify, that customers can choose any sales channel. For example, their mobile, which is the most easy to access. So they can go to the mobile and choose, and browse and buy that particular item. In this case, these three t-shirts. Okay, so that's the flexibility that this Shopify POS provide to retailers. So the ability to check out anywhere. So that makes a lot of sense. It makes huge sense. All right, and the other is uh, build customer relationship uh, or turn customer relationship in revenue. So if you turn that customer if once that customer buy your so one that so let's imagine that this customer buy these three shirts, t-shirts, okay. So I already buy those t-shirts and I also enjoy the experience. So you want to build a relationship, a customer relationship with them, uh, and by doing so you will decrease the marketing expense, increase average order and customer retention. So because I really enjoy the experience of working with this particular brand, all right, so I would like to go with them and buy stuff and things that I know that I need to. All right, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, by the way. So it means that mhm. So it means that if you're using Shopify, a merchant that use Shopify to leverage Shopify, so a merchants who use or a merchants who leverage Shopify tools will set themselves apart when it comes to build the customer relationships, memorable experience, okay, and building customer loyalty. So this section it has quite again this section is quite um, is very contextual. That's all I'm gonna say. So this is something very contextual. Turn customer into revenue, especially because of this sentence. Turn customers or new customers or the cost. So the cost to acquire new customers is significantly higher than the cost to retain a customer. Okay, so this is something that is very, very contextual. If you're a new business, yes, okay, you actually want to build and manage this customer relationship, because if you're using Shopify, you can leverage their tools to build customer relationship, uh, or for building customer relationships, loyalty, or customer loyalty and memorable experience. All right, at least for this particularly, uh, for this particularly, how to say, for this particularly case, okay, for small to mid business, okay, efficient and customizable in-store operations. So the Shopify POS Smart Grid is designed with customizable tiles so that merchants can optimize their in-store operations and experience. Efficient and customizable in-store operations. This gives staff the power to quickly access common product collections, discount, third-party apps, loyalty integrations, and more. Shopify POS app also makes onboarding and training new staff easy. Mhm. And Shopify offers more than just an online store and a point of sales. So efficient and customizable in-store operation, which is the other section. So efficient and customizable in-store operation. Efficient and customizable. Yeah, efficient and customizable in-store operations. So this is something they mention here. So Shopify POS Smart Grid is designed with customization. Shopify POS Smart Grid management. What the hell is in this? Smart Grid for point of sale is now available. As of the latest unstable GraphQL API version, we have introduced the ability to utilize the admin API for managing Smart Grid for point of sale. Okay. So this enhancement enables the creation and naming of Smart Grid layouts that are not yet linked to any location. Once prepared, the API facilitates the assignment of a layout to single or multiple locations. Any subsequent modification to this layout will be reflected across all assigned locations, eliminating the necessity for individual manual adjustment. Just request the appropriate access scope be added to your app. Learn more about Smart Grid Management on Shopify Dev. Interesting. Smart Grid. Changing the Shopify POS app setting. Changing your Smart Grid. On the home screen of the Shopify POS app, tap Add Tile. Okay, what the hell? Okay. Shopify POS. Right now I'm looking at this. Add tile. Within the grid, select the item that you like to add to your home page from the availability list. Collection, discount, alright, and that product. What the hell is even this way? Okay, save. Burger buns. So you make it easy. Right. Okay, exactly. So your staff can understand. Oh my God. Shit. I learned the thing by doing it. I totally learned things by doing it. So theory and okay, this is the smart grid. The Shopify POS smart grid. Exactly. So smart grid layout create is a mutation. Requires right POS smart grid access scope. Also, this scope is currently restricted. Please contact Shopify support to request approval. Mutation in the retail. Smart grid layout delete. Smart grid layout bulk add tile. Okay, but it's this. Send smart grid layout field. Fill in the message. Interesting. The Shopify, okay, changing the smart grid. This is the smart grid. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Holy F. And I get it with an efficient, customizable in-store operation. Of course, because you can add, okay, so the Shopify POS Smart Grid is designed with customizable tiles so that merchants can optimize in-store operation and experience. So merchants can optimize their in-store operations and experience, okay, since Shopify Smart Grid is designed with customizable tile. since merchants since merchants can since merchants can optimize their merchants can optimize their in-store operation and experience completely. So merchants can optimize completely. That's one of the reasons so I understand why it saves operation times. Awesome. Okay, it saves operation time. With the burger bun. So merchants can optimize their in-store operations. So merchants can optimize their in-store operations uh, and experience. Okay, that's right. So merchants can optimize their in-store operations and experience since Shopify POS Smart Grid is is designed with customizable tiles. With customizable tiles. This gives staff the power to quickly access common product completely. So this give merchants or staff, this give staff this gives staff the ability, or this gives staff the power. Okay, so this gives staff the power to quickly access common products. So this gives staff the power to quickly access common products, collections, discount. Exactly. Quickly. Okay. So this gives staff the power to quickly access to common product, collection, discounts, third-party apps, loyalty integrations, and more. Third Third-party apps, loyalty integrations, and more. Shopify POS app also make onboarding and training new staff easy. That's completely, man. So Shopify POS apps. Okay, the Shopify POS, the Shopify. Come on. So the Shopify POS apps, the Shopify POS, the Shopify POS apps also makes onboarding and training new staff easy. Onboarding and training. Shopify POS apps also involve or makes. So Shopify POS also makes onboarding and training. Okay, onboarding and training staff easy. Interesting. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. So with that, that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye-bye.